Hi, everyone. Welcome. This is the Strong Start Zoom call for True Synergy. The True Synergy team is actually made up of a whole bunch of different teams under the leadership of multiple presidential founders and presidential circle members. I'm actually not one of those. My name is Lynne Getz. I am a leader on the team, and I'm excited to be here and to share with you some information today about getting your business off to a strong start. Just to give you a little bit of background information about me, like I said, my name is Lynne. I currently live just outside of Philadelphia, despite what my shirt says. I'm from Pittsburgh, but I live near Philadelphia, where it is actually sunny today. It is not always sunny in Philadelphia, like the show says, but it is sunny here today. I do have you all muted right now just to get rid of any background noise, but I want this to be an interactive session. So if at any time you have questions, please unmute yourself and ask them. And of course, I will have lots of time for Q&A at the end. If you want to wait and see if I address something and then ask your questions at the end, that would be great. Again, a little bit about me. I am a mom of 3. I have a 7-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 14-year-old. My 14-year-old is actually part of the reason why I do this business. He has multiple disabilities, a lot going on in his life. I actually had originally scheduled this call for yesterday, but then we had to reschedule a cardiology appointment, had a lot of things going on. And so we were able to get this call rescheduled for today. So thank you for any of you who adjusted that time for us. But direct sales gives me the opportunity, and especially Color Street, to take this fun, amazing product, to wear it, to feel better about myself, because my nails are on point even when I'm a complete hot mess, because that's something else you should know about me, is that I am a hot mess. I am a fun hot mess, like a train wreck full of glitter, but I'm still a hot mess. And I love this business because it gives me a chance to showcase my personality. I get to have a great time with my amazing team. I get to wear super fun nails. I'm not doing anything crazy today. I'm just rocking some Bordeaux glitz. And yesterday was National Wine Day, so it seemed to fit. But this business can be so much for you. It can be whatever you want it to be, and that's the first thing that I really think that we all need to focus on. I mean, I look back and I look at why I initially got into direct sales, and then initially why I got into Color Street. And I know that for me, my why has changed over time. And if you're just coming into this business now, take some time to sit down and to get to know why you decided to join this business. In your kit, your starter kit, you should have received this amazing book. Okay, this is the Color Street Road to Success Guide. And the first thing that it does after it introduces you to our amazing founder, Mr. Bob Park, which if you haven't watched that video yet about his story, please watch that. It is absolutely incredible to hear more and more about his story. But the next page, you get to your why. And there are a series of questions that really help you to dig into what it is you're looking for from this business. Now, let me tell you, there's no wrong answers here. This is all for you. This is for you to understand what it is you're looking for. How much money do you want to make? How much time do you want to spend? Are those two things in alignment? Are you in this business looking for fun and friendship? Or are you in this business looking to change your family's life? And that is something, again, like I said, can change over time, but get to know a little bit more about your why, about why you jumped into this business. What was it that, really attracted you to it? And be ready to share that story. Know what your story is so that you can share it with others and listen to the stories of others. I think that is one thing that we have talked a lot about is, my why is going to look very different from someone else's. And I am always excited to hear the whys of other people. So actually, if any of our leaders are on right now and you want to unmute yourself and share with us why you joined Color Street, I'd love to hear that. Not to put y'all on the spot, Robin, but I'm like, who's the first leader I see up there in my little squares? But if any of you do want to share your why with the rest of us, that would be wonderful.
I will. I don't mind. My why was a little bit different, I guess. I had just gone through a divorce and was feeling like after everything was done and everything, I was feeling very fortunate. I was still in my house, everything was good. But I've seen so many friends, so many people around me that go through a divorce and they're just completely starting over. financially, emotionally, just everything. And I saw this as a way to help other women that are in that situation. It's a way out for a lot of women. I mean, you know, for basically for the price of one pair of shoes or something, you can start your business, you know, and start a whole business and really change your life. So that was kind of one of my passions. And then the other one was, you know, I was lucky enough to stay home with my kids the whole time they were little. And so many people don't get to do that. So that was another thing, is that I knew I could help people be able to stay home from work with their kids and still, you know, make a good amount of money for their family. So that's another thing I'm passionate about, you know, is trying to find those people to be able to help them out. And then of course the other one is, you know, I like making money. So that is another part of it. But that was it for me, and it's working out.
I love it. Thank you, Robin, so much. And thanks for letting me put you on the spot.
You're welcome.
And that's a great point. I mean, it is a business. You can make a lot of money here, but whatever your goals are, just know what that is. If your goal is $100 a month, that's, you know, we can help you do that. If your goal is $500 a month, we can help you do that. If your goal is $1,000 a month, we can help you do that. If your goal is $10,000 a month, we can help you do that. It just know where you are, and then be ready to understand what it's going to take to get you to that place, to work your business in the way that is going to get you to whatever your goal might be. Which brings us to the next page in this Road to Success guide, which is the compensation plan. I'm not going to go over this right now because, to be perfectly honest, the biggest thing I want you to focus on is getting your business launched and off to a great start. And the best way to get your business launched and off to a great start is by looking at our Jumpstart plan. Our Jumpstart plan is absolutely designed with the goal in mind to get your business off to a great start. So you want to look at starting, you know, getting a launch party, setting up a Facebook VIP group, reaching out to your friends and family and letting them know that you started this business. Now, I know a lot of people will step back and they'll say, oh, I don't want to bother my friends and family. But if you started any business, like let's say you open a coffee shop, you're going to reach out to your friends and family and let them know that you started a coffee shop. So why wouldn't you reach out and let them know that you started your Color Street business? Now, beyond that, obviously your friends and family coming into your coffee shop every day is not going to make your business successful. So you need to start to branch out and meet new people. Have your friends introduce you to their friends by hosting parties and inviting you to share Color Street with their friends. This business is all about getting to know new people, reaching out to them, and sharing our amazing product with them, as well as our amazing business opportunity. And our Jumpstart goals and rewards are going to help you do that. So when you're looking at our Jumpstarts, you're going to see that there are two different areas of Jumpstart: the sales goals and the enrolling goals. Again, they go hand in hand because that is going to be what grows both areas of your business, in sales and in building a team. But they're all exclusive of each other. And I think that's really cool, that if you hit the sales goal for Jumpstart 35, but don't necessarily hit the enrolling goal for Jumpstart 35, that doesn't mean that those next level goals are out, you know, that you can't achieve them. You can skip over one, you can, you know, get all 6 of them. I love when I see people get all 6 of them, but you may only hit 1 or 2, and that's okay too. It's really a beautiful part of our business. It gives you product credits that you can use for supplies in your business and nail strips, and it gives you an opportunity to, again, share this amazing opportunity with all of the people around you. Now, one of the things I did mention was getting a launch party in place. And a lot of people will choose to do a multifaceted launch party. So something maybe online with a Facebook party, you know, really launching their VIP Facebook group, but then also doing something at home or at a local business. You know, you may want to get your friends together for margaritas and manicures at your local restaurant, or maybe get them together for muffins and manicures at the local bakery, if you don't want to do something at your house. This is a product that is easily portable. So any of those things are potential options for you. value. And I think it's really great to give you the opportunity to get out there and to share the product with friends and family. And I'll be honest, I actually love doing like little get together parties in public places because it gets attention. You know, people will see what you're doing and they're thinking, oh, what are they doing over at that table? Those girls are having fun. I want to go see what they're up to. Your waitress may come over and be like, what are you guys doing? You're doing manicures? Let me know more about that. So, you know, this is a product that we wear and share. We're able to get out and about. I absolutely, so full confession for me, I absolutely despise the term "it sells itself." Okay, that really bothers me because you have to wear it, you have to share it, you have to get out there with it. But let me tell you, it's pretty easy to sell. It's a simple product. It is a simple explanation. It is a simple thing to demonstrate. You have the tools right there in your starter kit with our amazing 2-finger testers. And those are like the bread and butter of our business. Getting out there and getting a 2-finger tester on someone, it literally makes my day every time I do it. And I've been doing this for 2.5 years. So when I get out there and I put a nail strip on someone new and see their face light up and go, oh my gosh, it's that simple. Wait, it's dry. Hold on, I can touch it. What do you mean that it's nail polish? What do you mean it's going to come off with nail polish remover? I mean, I get so excited when I see that happen because it's like it's brand new for me all over again. So make sure you get it. You're getting that launch party. You're getting your friends and family together. Also, too, if you haven't done so yet, a pop the box with your kit is really a lot of fun. You can do this through a live on Facebook. If you've already established a VIP group or even on your personal page, go ahead and do a quick live video. If you're not into doing a live video, we'll help you out with that if you decide you want to do it later. But if you want to just record a video and post that to your page, post it to YouTube, just get it out there so that you have something to share with people and show them your excitement. You know, this is something that I've seen friends on my team get their kids involved with. They get super excited to see what's in the box. They're like, wow, you know, mom, what is all this stuff? So it can be a lot of fun. It could also be an opportunity to just invite some friends over and do it with them. Say, hey, I just got my starter kit for Color Street. I'm so excited to share this with you. You want to come over, you know, have some coffee, have some wine or whatever, and just help me go through all my new stuff and play with all the new nail strips and understand how all this works. So it's a fun product to share with friends. I think that is probably one of the things I like the best about it. So I did mention a VIP group on Facebook. I think that that's a great thing to have if you are someone who is on Facebook. You want to be able to get that set up. We do have some social media rules. Your Facebook group does have to be a private group so that if you're offering any specials or you're offering any, you know, prizes or playing any games, all of those have to be private. We want to make sure that we're not undercutting other stylists in the market, and we can't put anything out there publicly. We can't post in any yard sale groups or anything, you know, any kind of sales online outside of what our actual website and our private Facebook groups. You can have a public business page, but you can't post any kind of sales or specials outside of what's advertised from Color Street. So that's a big thing. But if you have questions about that, please talk with your sponsor about it. Everybody should, have those rules in place. But speaking of rules, do make sure you read your policies and procedures. That is something that is very important. We as stylists are all expected to abide by those policies and procedures. So it's something that I want to make sure I remind you to do. It can be a little overwhelming and cumbersome. I admit, have a cup of coffee ready if you're a coffee drinker, but you do want to make sure that you have that available. Also on Facebook, we do have all of our groups to support you. You will find that there are team groups for teams for True Synergy. Depending on what leg of our team you're in, there are probably multiple groups you can be a part of. I do encourage you to join all of the groups that are within your team structure because there's going to be a lot of helpful information shared in those groups. Things from corporate, trainings, other things from the internet. Each leader has a very different style, so being able to kind of get a little bit from everyone is really helpful. I'll be honest, I'm actually in some of my downline teams leader groups and I love it. I get things from them. I'm able to post things that are a little bit different. I get things from my upline leader, and so it's really a collaborative workspace, and I think that is something that we really enjoy. Also too, I want to make sure that you understand we have a lot of training out there. Now, it can seem a little overwhelming, and I don't want to make you feel like you have to go in and dive in and watch every single training that's available to you right now. But there's a whole area in the back office, our virtual office that we have. And there's a whole section in there where you have all of the different training resources. Now, you've probably been getting emails from corporate. I have links to certain videos for you to watch. There's a whole series of videos that are also in the virtual office that you can access as well. Also, we have archive trainings from our Tuesday trainings. These are trainings that are conducted mostly by leaders throughout the company that give you information on practical tips that you can use. So it may be like 5 suggestions of, how to bump up your Facebook interaction, or it may be, hostess coaching 101. All of these things are available in your virtual office, as well as, in some of your team spaces. So if you're ever looking for something, if you're like, wow, I just could really use a little help on Facebook parties, check out those Tuesday trainings. There's probably something there. There's also going to be resources probably in your team page as well. Moving on, I love our this guide, because I told you about this, the road to success. Okay, again, pull this out. This is not just a piece of paper in the bottom of your kit. This is actually good stuff. But one of the best ways to get going on this business is to follow our fun little Color 10 plan. Yeah. Okay, you guys, again, the system is given to you. You want to grow this business? It's right here. Color 10. What we do with Color 10 actually is an acronym, and the idea is that we connect, we offer, we listen, we overcome objectives, and we recruit and repeat. So connecting with people, getting out there. The 10 idea is that we get out and we color 10 every week. So we're putting Tuesdays on 10 new people, connecting with 10 new people each week, people that we haven't met before, people that we haven't sampled. And we're able to offer them using all of the tools that we have. So whether that's using our 2-finger testers, whether that's encouraging people to get in our VIP group or host a party, we're able to find out more about these folks that we're connecting with, listening to them, hearing their concerns. I tell everyone all the time that this product appeals to, people of all ages, in all walks of life. I have members of my team who are at all education levels, who are at all ages, from 18 to people who have been long retired from the workforce and are just having a good time in their senior years. We had everyone, and there is something in this for everyone. I just had someone reach out the other day, and she's like, I'm really sad that my grandmother is not alive right now because she would have loved this. And I said, you know what, we have teams that actually go and visit their grandmothers at the assisted living facility, and they do their nails and they do their friends' nails, and it's so much fun, and it's a way to give back with this product. We have people who have participated in all kinds of different events. We have folks that are business travelers, so they're not able to get their nails done on the road. We have folks who are busy moms like me, who are a hot mess on most days. Like I said, fun hot mess. But I will tell you, honestly, the first time I put this product on, I was walking around in leggings and a sweatshirt. I had my hair up in a bun, no makeup on. Like, this is put together for me today. This is pretty good. And so I had been able to try a set, a day or two before I had to run to the grocery store. And I was in the grocery store looking all a hot mess, probably hadn't showered in 2 days. But whenever I was handing my stuff to the person who was checking me out, she complimented my nails. And I was like, oh yeah, they do look nice. Like, it made me just feel better as a tired, busy mom. So, if you can relate to that, that's great. Share my story with anyone you want. If that's not your story, find someone, share your story. Find the story that fits with the people that you're connecting with. Because like I said, this product can mean so much to so many people, and being able to get out there and to share it with everyone is just really important. I will remind you, you might want to, if you haven't sat down yet, to go through the virtual office with your sponsor. Please make sure that you are doing that, getting to know exactly what's there. There are so many amazing resources and so many different things that you can go through and learn about your customers, and to be able to reach out to them and to do follow-up. Follow-up is a key to this business. Whenever somebody orders from you, make sure you're giving them a shout out, giving them a thank you, circling back with them and letting them know that new things are available. We always, it's even great. We're even able to search in that virtual office for specific products. So like if a product comes out that was similar to an old product, or if a product comes out, for a holiday, and you had some customers who loved last year's holiday sets, you're able to search through and find those people and then reach out to them and let them know. So there's really great access to data in that virtual office. If you're a data person, I kind of like it, it's sort of fun. But there's just all kinds of different things that you can do. So I am kind of like glancing through my notes. I was a little all over the place with some of the things that I was going over, but I think the key to everything in this business is understanding, exactly why you're here, exactly where you want to go, setting your goals, making those goals SMART goals. I don't know if you're familiar with SMART goals. If you've ever worked in corporate, that kind of, gets all kinds of SMART goals. But making sure that those goals are specific and are measurable and are actionable, that you're able to record them and that you're, time bound on those. So, if your goal is to sell $500 in your first month, or if your goal is to hit the first jump start, then sit down with your sponsor and break that down, see what that looks like, work with them about a plan that you can put into place so that you can get there, and then just be you. And you can do this business in so many different ways. There is no one right way to be successful in this business. I have seen people do this business in multiple ways. You're going to hear of multiple success stories from different people. I think the key factors are that you have to be consistent. You have to, really be willing to get out there and consistently work the system. And you just have to have fun with it. And you have to enjoy what you're doing and enjoy what you're selling, because it's nail polish. So it's totally enjoyable, right? All right. Well, I'm going to stop talking because I feel like I've talked enough. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about the business, about anything. I don't know, whatever. Ask me anything. I'm an open book. And you're muted. So if you're talking and you want to come on, you will have to unmute yourself. Sorry. I did that just because there was some background noise in the beginning. Anyone? I covered everything. Yes. Did I say Tiffany Jones to everyone? I'm trying to pull up. I can't see the chat here. You can't sell at flea markets. Tiffany, there are very specific rules around selling at certain marketplaces, and it has to do with how often these events are held, because we have rules around things being considered a retail location. So please look at that specifically in the policies and procedures in relation to that. Farmers markets and flea markets are not necessarily allowed, but it has more to do with the timing and the structure of those events. So you need to be able to look at how often those events are held and where they're held, and how that works. So that is in the policies and procedures. I can't remember off the top of my head which specific area covers that. There's also a P&P FAQ that we have. These are both in your virtual office. If you go under the resources tab, you will find those. And that specific information is there. So it will give you'll be able to look and see how that relates to the events that you're considering. I do see another question. What about selling in online events? Again, online events, it needs to be a private event. If you're offering any kind of discount or sale, that does need to be a private event that is held. So a lot of people do online Facebook parties, set it up either in a private group or in a private event. But yeah, absolutely. That's the way a lot of us do our businesses, from back here behind our computers. So that is an option as well. Just joined, excited to learn more. No questions as of yet. All right, well, Amy, if you have any questions at all, please let any of us know. Nicole, what are the seasonal rhythms of the product launches or catalog releases? We have 2 big catalog releases every year. So we have a spring catalog, which is going to be coming out in March. And then we have the fall catalog, which typically launches, I want to say like September-ish. the launches, so those are our big launches. That's when we usually see a pretty significant turnover in product. So you'll see a retiring list coming out the very beginning of March. So that'll be the nail strips that are going to be retiring from our current catalog. And then you'll see all the new stuff coming. And we did get a preview of that at our senior leadership retreat. And I cannot remember off the top of my head how many nail strips they showed us, but they were amazing. One thing that Bill did tell us, and Bill is our I want to say he's our chief marketing officer. Bill is amazing. Bill used to work for Sally Hansen and some other companies along the way. And Bill was telling us about the fact that you're going to start to see a lot more of our like salads coming out in our big launches in the fall and the spring, because our little launches that happen in between, you usually see designs. So I will say, you know, we usually have holiday launches, so Valentine's Day, St. Patty's Day. There's usually, you know, something extra that comes out in the spring. We usually see an extra line, you know, a little extra line in the summer. Typically, you know, with you're also going to see the foundation strips. Okay, so sometimes it's going to be one strip that comes out for a foundation launch. Another time it may be 4 strips for a summer launch. And those happen every kind of few weeks. You know, there's at least 1 or 2 of those a month. So there's always new products that are being added, limited edition products, you know, when they're gone, they're gone. Catalog products are always going to be restocked, but there's always something new. I think that's one of the things that I love, is seeing all of the things that come out. And, you know, you'll see somebody who'll be super sad because one of their favorites will get retired, and, you know, 6 months later, they don't even remember it existed because there's so much new stuff. So, okay, let's see. How have I grown my VIP group? I've primarily grown mine organically, by just, you know, I started off with friends and family. Hey, I launched this new business. Come on in, you know, check it out, see what I've done. And then, you know, helping to get people there from parties. I may offer like party points, or, you know, a small incentive like, hey, you know, I'll send you a couple accent nails, which are our choosies, if you join my VIP group. So as a way to kind of help get people over into my VIP group, I may do that with them from a party. You know, I always encourage people to bring their friends in. If they think their friends would like Color Street, I'd love for you to add them. And when somebody adds a lot of friends and they do place an order, I do, you know, send them a little thank you with some choosies, or, you know, if there's somebody who's referred a lot of people to me, I may even send them a free set. I also try to let people know that my VIP group is fun. My VIP group, it's not just, you know, me kind of throwing up Color Street all over them. It is also just, you know, like fun games, fun memes, some fun contests, some other things that are less, you know, just about my nails, but, you know, I want to give them nail tips. I want to show them different ways to, you know, do their nails, show them different nail fees. I want to actually, you know, make it an engaging place rather than just say, you know, hey, buy my product. So that's something to consider when you're doing your VIP group as well. I heard something recently that make it more of a reality show than a infomercial. So you want to kind of show them your life, show them a little bit about you, show them about, you know, what you're doing with your business, and make it more of a reality show rather than just an infomercial of, here's this wonderful product I sell, please buy it. So, any other questions? And you were free to unmute yourselves. I was just reading the questions, but you're absolutely free to unmute yourself and talk. I just did that for the background noise, but now it feels all quiet. Sorry. Always find good mugs because they make for great nail fees. Other tips or tricks? Anyone else? Any of our other leaders want to chime in with any tips for the folks who have just joined us? All right, well, if no one else has anything, then I am going to sign off. But please feel free to reach out if you do have any other questions. I am happy to chat with anyone at any time. But I thank you so much for taking this time today. I really appreciate you being here. And thank you. I can't wait to see where this business takes you. You're going to have a lot of fun. All right. Bye.